Hello, lovelies. This is 5 Minute Manifesting. I'm your host, Lovey Brown. Thank you so much for listening. I'm thrilled that you're here. And today I want to talk about like a little twist on an inner conversation. So just briefly, an inner conversation is a technique that I first learned from Neville Goddard. I hadn't really heard of it before that. And where you call up in your imagination, in your internal world, a conversation that you're going to have with someone. And then you have a conversation, just like you would in the external world, just like you would in 3D reality, only you're doing it in your imagination. Now, in an inner conversation, the idea is that you hear what you want to hear. You use this inner conversation as a way to assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, as a way of assuming that you're going to get what you want. So this twist on an inner conversation is having an inner conversation with your future self. So I recommend getting in a relaxed state before you do manifesting techniques, but you don't have to. And they really can work either way. I just think when you get in a relaxed state, it's a little bit easier to access that place in your imagination where you can see your future self, or you can see the person you're having an inner conversation with. But you do you, however you want to do it. I just recommend that. Then you just call up in your imagination the person you want to talk to. In this case, our future self. I always imagine them, or I most of the time imagine them, kind of like, 20 paces away from me. And I imagine calling out to them. So in this case, I would imagine my future self across, like a parking lot or a room, and I would call out in my imagination, Lovey, Lovey. And then I would see my future self turn around and look at me. And so she turns around, she looks at me, we're looking at each other, and then she starts walking towards me. This is just how I do it in my imagination. You can do it however you want to. And then she gets to me, and then we have a greeting, and then I ask the question, so, Lovey, what's going on with you? And then she starts telling me about whatever length of time in the future. And I hear her say, things are working really well with our business. Things are working really well in our relationship. Retirement has been so fun. Whatever it is, whatever manifestation I'm working on, whatever, activity I want her to talk about. And I hear her give me details that I want to have about whatever I'm manifesting. And that's the technique. It's pretty simple. It's really just an inner conversation. The thing that makes it a little bit of a twist is that you're having an inner conversation with your future self who has already experienced getting the manifestation in 3D reality. And so that person, your future self, has the knowledge, has the information, has the experience to share it with you in an inner conversation. And so, that's it. It's pretty simple. It's really straightforward. Give this a try. If you are, have tried a bunch of different stuff and you are looking for some really way to refresh your manifesting or just something new to try, give this a try. I really enjoy this. And that's that. So thank you so much for listening. May you manifest exactly what you want.